Disclaimer: the following is a non-profit fan-based review. Black Clover is owned by Crunchyroll, Viz Media, Studio Pieria, TV Tokyo, Shueisha, and Yuki Tabata. Please support the official release. Man, Black Clover really is coming to an end so soon. What started at first was a basic story with simple showing cliches and tropes you always see in other anime or manga, but later it managed to take those concepts and somehow made it work. And now that we're in the endgame, what's gonna come next? Hey guys, Hello1997, I'm back to give you my thoughts on the Spade Kingdom raid arc, along with my predictions for the final arc. Sorry for the one on absence, a lot of things have happened to me personally that I don't want to get into detail, but one of those things being finishing college and taking care of my baby nephew. So cute! And not to mention, I had to get used to my new editing software since my old one kinda quit on me. Adobe. Why did you abandon me? But on the bright side though, this new editing software is actually pretty good for me so far. Right, me? You betcha, me. But seriously though, I mean, it's not Adobe, but DaVinci Resolve can also do well too, so I'm not complaining. So without further delay, let us begin. Now, I know in my last video I was planning to do a discussion video about each member of the Black Bulls, but I feel like I should bring up my thoughts about the last arc before moving on to that, since I believe that discussion video may be a bit longer. But anyways, my intentional thought when it comes to the Spade Kingdom raid arc was, in one word, epic. I mean, the fights were tense, there was a lot of development for the characters. I feel like almost every one of them got their own fair share of moments, especially for Magna, Noelle, Yuno, and many more. And in the end, both Yami and William are saved. However, the Spade Kingdom thread may have been taken care of, but there is still a bigger thread that was right under our noses the whole time. However, despite this arc being epic, there were some issues that, at least for me, I wish could have been done better. For one, I kinda wish that Gaija would have remained dead. What I mean by that is that I originally thought we were gonna see more kill counts in this arc, Gaija being one of them. And while we did see some casualties, that was not the case for Gaija. You see, after the defeat of Megecula, Nab brings in Mimosa, hoping to use her Flower Princess Utopia to revive almost everyone. It worked, including Gaija, and the way how he was revived did seem a bit of a cop-out. You see, on one hand, it's nice that Gaija is alive and will be able to help the others in the upcoming battles, and this bit of a comedic moment he shares with Laura Pichica when he confesses his love to her, with a straight face mind you, was also kinda cute, and funny. But on the other hand, it did kinda loses the impact and emotion when he was brought back to life. Honestly felt like his sacrifice just meant something, you know? He was already dead when he unleashes his ultimate magic against Megecula, and when he sees Laura back to normal, he felt relieved and accepted of his fate. And that would have pushed the motivation for the characters, mainly Laura Pichica, Noelle, even Luck. But now that he was brought back, not only just felt like a cop-out, but the emotion that it was impacted just was gone. Oh well. Now, I would make the argument that maybe Mimosa's magic was a bit of a Deus Ex Machina, but it makes sense given that Mimosa's healing magic vastly improved thanks to the help with the elves teaching them ultimate magic. So there is that. Now, another issue or a missed opportunity for me personally was not including Mars or the other Diamond Kingdom mages. I mean, seriously, where in the hell was he? Where were they when the Dark Triad took over the Diamond Kingdom? Why is there some kind of resistance formed to save their people? Or better yet, why didn't Asta or anyone bother to find or try to contact Mars? Is he dead? Or is he what? What is going on, Yuki Tabata? What's going on, man? Look, personally, Mars to me just felt like a missed opportunity, alright? Because Mars has not made an appearance in the story since the Forest Witch arc when he was finally released from his brainwashing. So when I read the part when the Spade Kingdom attacked the Diamond Kingdom, I thought for sure Mars was going to be part of this upcoming arc. but after the 6-month time skip, we heard nothing from him at all. Such a waste, considering that the other mages from the Diamond Kingdom appear in this arc, such as Lotus Waldman, you know, the guy that just spoke magic, and then 2 of the Shine Generals that was under Verosika's control, and of course, the scientist Morrison, who is actually the other host for Luciforo. So why wasn't Mars involved in this? Because you would think, like, this kind of concept, you would think that he and even Diamond Fauna will be involved in helping Asta and the Clover Kingdom invade Spade to take back their own kingdom. So, bottom line, it was a missed opportunity for not including Mars or any of the Diamond King mages in this arc, alright? As for the rest of the arc, I felt it was well handled, and the fights, as I stated before, were epic. And the last chapter did give us a nice closure for Asta and Yuno. For Yuno, he finally meets his birth mother and the queen of the Spade Kingdom, and was asked to return to the Spade Kingdom as their new ruler. He of course doesn't accept, as he still has a vow that he wants to fulfill. And for Asta, he was able to understand that his mother still loved him despite leaving him at the orphanage at Hajj. He was able to become the man he is now, and not to mention, develop a nice brotherly bond with Labi. With that bond, Labi will be able to help Asta achieve his goal as the Wizard King. Speaking of the Wizard King, the ending of the chapter is where a lot of fans, including myself, were shocked the most. Now, you don't want to be spoiled, please skip to this time frame so you don't have to be spoiled, alright? Alright, so here it is. Back in the Clover Kingdom, Julius gets a report from Marx about how the Spade Kingdom and the Dark Triad are finally defeated. And while he's relieved, he still couldn't help but wonder that something was just not right. That's when Diamanto entered his office. He gives his report on his investigation on the devils. And in these records that were, mind you, 20 years ago at the time, there was no devil known as Megacula. She was actually a successor to one of the previous rulers of the underworld, Astaroth of Time Magic, who escaped from the underworld a long time ago. And Diamante concluded that there was only one person in the kingdom that specialized in time magic, and that person was Julius Noble Chromo. But just then, he felt something inside him, and before he could warn Diamanto, that's when his true self was revealed. The Julius that we know as the Wizard King turns out to be the 4th sibling of the Zygrins, better known as Lucius Zygritz. The chapter ends with Diamanto on the ground, and Aldramich, I am so sorry if I butchered that name, arriving with Luciforo's heart, and basically telling him that it went all according to plan. And Lucius saying, yes, the time has come. Damn, that was a bit clever to live on, especially going to a 2 to 3 month hiatus. But in all seriousness, the big reveal that Julius, or rather Lucius, was the mastermind the whole time was shocking to say the least. I honestly had a suspicion Julius was going to be the villain, but I didn't expect him to be the mastermind of all this. But really, this plot twist reminds me so much of Sosuke Aizen from Bleach, though, that you would think that Julius was the last person you would think he'd be the villain, right? So this big reveal, like this whole persona that he donned, was just a facade. A mastermind that for Lucius, mind you, signed a contract a long time ago with a devil, that he would get this ultimate power and passed on the devil ritual to his siblings. Damn, that was a big shock reveal. So let's begin with our predictions. Since we're entering the final arc, I just think that in the beginning, it's mainly going to be more of a breather. We're going to see the characters recover after their intense fight against Luciforo, and we're going to find out about what happened in the Clover Kingdom. Diamanto is going to be announced dead, and Julius is going to be reported missing. And Asa will be returned to find out what happened before learning the dark truth. And along the way, we're going to see some old characters returning, hopefully for Mars' sake, and new characters and the introduction to more mythical creatures and or angels and gods. Because I like the lore of Black Clover, and if we're entering the final arc, why not include more mythical creatures? I mean, if you want to get my take, and maybe there's going to be some introduction to angels and gods, that's going to be for last minute, I think. But that's just my own personal preference. But what do you guys think? What do you think is going to happen in the final arc? And what do you think of the previous arc? What was your favorite fights? For me personally, it was between Magna versus Dante and Noel versus Megacula. then please put your thoughts down below in the comment section below, alright? So anyways, that's all for this video, alright? Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and click the bell icon for the next update, alright? So anyways, thank you, good night, and remember, no matter what you will never give up. Peace!